I know it's been a minute since I've made any educational material for this channel. After wrapping up the fundamentals of lute playing, I've been kind of working on some other real world projects, but I wanted to make a short video to let you all know about a pretty exciting development. So, as many of you know, I'm a board member for the Lute Society of America, but I've also been working with their education committee. And we've just finished up creating what is essentially an education hub on the Lute Society of America homepage. So I worked on the content with Andrew Flory, who's the vice president of the Lute Society of America, and Carrie Morrow, who's another board member. And then Melody Packard actually made the site. So if it looks beautiful, it's all because of her. It's a really cool thing because I've always thought that the Lute Society of America has a tremendous amount of pedagogical material, but it was sort of all over the place. It was in journals, or it was off in a quarterly, or it was stored on some other page. So we brought that all together. The other thing that I decided to do was I donated my method book to the Lute Society of America. This means if you become a member of the Lute Society of America, you now get that book for free. I don't get any money for that. It's just something I wanted to do for the community, and I thought it would be a nice enticement. And we looked at making a method book by committee, and it just wasn't coming together. So I donated mine. We also worked together to start creating a new repertoire series. Now, one of my, I'd say one of the weaknesses of my method book, and that I'm looking to fix in the second edition, and I'm going to be using the order of pieces we came up for this rep series. One of the weaknesses was that I feel like the difficulty slope was a little too let's just say the angle was a little too rough, and I wanted to make something a little bit gentler. So I think we've achieved that. We've created the first rep book, which is absolutely free to non-members. And again, this is something else that I want to make 100% clear. Even if you don't become a member of the Lute Society of America, if you go check out this education hub right now, at least, most of the stuff is absolutely free. So if you're a non-member, you can go check it out, including this first repertoire book and a sort of very large sample of my method book, basically so you can get through that first rep book. We are going to be, I think I'm going to try to get the second rep book done before New Year's, I hope. Get it up sometime around New Year's, and that will be available only to members. So there will be some things that you have to be a member of the Lute Society of America to get, but I do think it's a win-win. This is an organization that's working really, really hard to essentially create a bastion, a safe haven for lute knowledge, and we're working really hard to sort of fill the gap as colleges and universities are shutting down their early music programs. They're not hiring new early music professors. You know, we're seeing programs like at Indiana where Nigel North retired, they're not replacing him. So the LSA is working hard to become that kind of bastion of knowledge for all these things that we worked very hard to learn. So I'm going to put a link in the description. I'm going to put a link in the comments, but go check it out. Like I said, even if you decide you don't want to become a member of the Lute Society of America, a ton of free stuff on there. There's Ron McFarlane's Beyond the Basics series, just a tremendous amount of material. And if you do become a member, know that there's going to be a lot more stuff that we're going to be adding. Right now, it is focused primarily on Renaissance lute. But we are going to expand beyond that. You know, we're going to find other authors and other people who maybe have expertise in Baroque guitar to add some Baroque guitar stuff. Theorbo, I know Theorbo is being worked on, and of course Baroque lute. So right now, this is just kind of an opening, and it will be expanded upon. But go ahead, check it out. I'm super excited about being released, and I wanted you all to know that I know it's been a while since you've heard from me, but I haven't been, sitting and doing nothing. I've been working hard to kind of get something like this going, because I think it's just absolutely essential that we strengthen the community for lute players. So I hope you are all having a great time practicing your lutes. Happy luting, and I'll see you for the next update. Bye-bye.